Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for coming down on this blustery day outside. My name is Karen Gallo, and I am the president of the Revere Chamber of Commerce. And I want to thank you all for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join us for our annual Mirror Breakfast. It gives me great pleasure at this time to introduce our executive director, Wendy Millar-Page, who has a few words that she'd like to say.
Thank you, Karen. I'm really a loudspeaker, so I'm going to hold this way back here, and if you can't hear me, give me the old, can't hear you. First and foremost, this is exciting for me because there's a lot of people in the room that I've never met. So please do me a favor, come up to me, introduce yourself, get my card before you go, because I've had some great conversations with folks like Damien this morning that I've never met, and I already have 3 or 4 new leads, so I'm really excited about that. I'd like to thank Mayor Arrigo for taking the time out of his very busy schedule to come and address the businesses. Our working relationship with Mayor Arrigo and the Chamber has grown in leaps and bounds, and we are working cooperatively on multiple things. One of the most flattering things for me was I was personally invited to be part of the steering committee for the 10-year master plan. That is going very well. The meetings, the information we're getting, the facts that are coming out are fascinating about how Revere is today and how it's going to be tomorrow. So I wanted to thank the mayor for that invitation, and I'm really proud to be part of that, and the chamber is very excited to be involved with that as well. I just wanted to introduce some of our officials that are here today. Chief Guido over here in the corner. Jerry Visconti from the school committee. Dan Rizzo, counselor, and Stacy Rizzo from our school committee, and Ira Novoselsky. Where are you, Ira? Thank you all for coming out. I'm going to give you a couple of quick announcements. So I don't know if you've heard, but the Revere Chamber is growing. We're having new ways, new thoughts, new ideas, and we're actually implementing them. I know that's unheard of, right? New things and people aren't scared. However, it's scary, but we have a lot of folks who are now starting to step up that haven't been involved in the chamber before. Did you know you don't have to be a board member? You do not have to serve on the board of directors to actively participate in your chamber. We hold events all the time, and they're not just fundraisers. They're events for our city. They're lunch and learns, like the one we are having on Thursday, March 28th at the 4 Points Sheraton. It's going to be understanding changes in human resources and payroll for small business, and that is co-sponsored by Paychecks. You could get involved in that by helping, get the word out, or you could help us organize some of our after hours and networking events. We want to do a creative, fun networking events. If you are interested in helping your chamber, it's your chamber, it's not my chamber, it's not the board's chamber, it's your chamber. Get in touch with us, talk to one of the board members. We would love, love, love to have a much more diverse group of folks involved in the Chamber of Commerce. On your tables, I just wanted to mention there is a flyer on your table regarding a fundraiser. Please take a moment to take a peek at this, and if you are able, get in touch with Jerry Visconti regarding that fundraiser. Also, I have been asked, Andy Biggio, who is a friend of mine from another town that I won't mention, they are having the 3rd annual Wounded Vets Hockey Tournament, and that is Saturday, March 9th, so that's in 2 weeks, in East Boston. It's a $20 donation. Their flyer, we'll have it up on the table if you want to take a peek at it, but we would love nothing more than to continue to support our wounded vets.
In Revere, we the defending champions.
Oh, and Revere Police Department is the defending champs. Is that going to end this year, Andy? So I have one quick other thing. Does everyone have a raffle ticket? Did you get a raffle ticket? If you did not, Patty Pace, the chamber treasurer, has a raffle ticket to give to you. We are just raffling off a $25 gift card, Visa gift card, just because you came, just so that it was something a little fun to have happen this morning. I would now like to invite up our mayor, Mayor Arrigo.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Wendy. Thank you for the kind introduction. Thank you all for being here this morning. Before I begin, let's hear it for the staff at the Marina for the hard work that they do, the great job that they do. I want to start today's breakfast by saying, on behalf of the City of Revere and the residents of Revere, thank you for all that you do. And I want you to know that you have a friend in City Hall. I think it's easy for the public to overlook the role of the business community in any city. And it's easy for the public to take it for granted. But as our city experiences growth and rides a wave of a very strong regional economy, it's imperative that we recognize, and especially leadership recognizes, the vital contribution that the business community has in our city's quality of life. And I say that because you are the people who sponsor the sports teams in our local youth athletics. You're the people who sponsor road races and golf tournaments and the sand sculpting festival and so many other events that bring joy to our residents in the city of Revere. And probably more importantly, you are the people who rally with donations and rally with support when misfortune happens to hit our city. So on behalf of a very grateful city, I want to say thank you. During my State of the City remarks earlier this month, I noted that our city was strong and our future is bright. Most important, I promised an unwavering commitment to continue along the path of professional city services, working towards a modern economy, and cultivating strong and lively neighborhoods. I highlighted some of the priorities over the next year. A new city website that will be unveiling later this year. Some new community center programming that we're going to feature at the Garfield School. And a new innovation for the city, City Hall on Wheels. We're going to take a old senior shuttle van and we're going to retrofit it to be a mobile office for everything from dog licenses to registering to vote. And more than ever, Revere is a city that we are all proud to call home. And it's not just the city services that we provide that make any city great. And it's true that the men and women of our police and fire department are crucial to our success. The teachers and administrators and the people who maintain our infrastructure are also critical to our success. But we cannot overlook the impact that the business community has and the key role that all of you play. For years, the city of Revere has yearned for a commercial base. And with the closing of the Wonderland Dog Track and the fact that the Suffolk Downs racetrack has had fewer and fewer racing days, we have been looking for that commercial tax base. And in the very near future, as Wendy said, the ranks of Revere's business community will swell. Work has begun on 2 hotels on Revere Beach Boulevard that will, when they're completed, really signify a new Revere Beach, attracting travelers and visitors to sites that in the past have often tarnished our reputation. And soon the final phase of the expansive waterfront square redevelopment will begin, and we will bring life to Ocean Ave. The plaza deck where the Marquee Bridge is, the pedestrian footbridge, will have a full-service hotel, a Starbucks, multiple restaurants, and other innovative placemaking that will really make that area shine. And as these projects become reality, they bring enhancements to our community that we all benefit from. And when we drive around Revere today, we see other signs of that future. The beginning stages of a hotel next to the newly opened One Beachmont at the old Shaw site. Site preparation for another new hotel at the on American Legion Highway. And all throughout the city, we see dilapidated structures that are being rebuilt, long dormant lots that are attracting enthusiasm from great developers, and underutilized properties that are being eyed for rejuvenation. In a matter of months, we will see the earliest stages of the transformational development at Suffolk Downs. By the end of this year, when you walk along Winthrop Ave, heading towards the Beachmont T station, and you look to your right, you're no longer going to see an old fence that is hiding a bunch of horse barns. But what you will see, about a mile of land. A mile of land that we can envision our city's future in. When there's an active multi-use neighborhood there that includes offices and residents and shops and restaurants. No longer will Revere residents have to travel outside of Revere to Assembly Row or Market Street to find the amenities that we want and we deserve. At Suffolk Downs, the city of Revere will have its own. And it's more than just buildings. All the development that I talk about and all this investment on our horizon are signs of confidence. Confidence in our city, confidence in the people of this city. I think we've all known, I know that we've all known the value in the city of Revere for a long time. We all know about our proximity to downtown Boston, our access to Logan Airport. We've all enjoyed and loved our beach. We've seen our children graduate from our schools and go on to have great careers. People have discovered Revere. And as they arrive, and as they continue to discover all that Revere has to offer, your businesses thrive. As Revere attracts new faces, visitors, and new residents, they'll be looking for a good place to eat. They'll be looking for a good place to shop. They'll be looking for a good place to bank and do all the things that constitute a city's commerce. At the State of the City address, I said that at long last, Revere was setting the pace, not lagging behind. And the truth is that Revere is not alone in absorbing some of the growth that we've seen in our region. Developments are a reality in Lynn, Swampscott, Saugus, Everett, Malden, Medford, all around us. But if we lag behind, we threaten the commerce that generates your business. If we lag behind, we become little more than a pass-through, a T-stop. If we lag behind, and I truly believe this, we prevent the greatness that our city can achieve. But I like to go through things with my eyes wide open, and I make no mistake that with growth and change, there's always fear. Fear of more people, fear of more traffic, fear of the demands on our city services. But we also know that wise and prudent leadership, both in government and in business, views growth and its consequences not as a problem, but as an opportunity for a solution. And those solutions, they don't evolve from good luck or divine intervention, as much as we might pray for them, but they will evolve from far-sighted political leadership that resists narrow-minded thinking and narrow-minded decision-making. They will evolve from leaders of vibrant businesses like yourselves that welcome growth and focus on solutions. So as I said at the beginning, you have a friend in City Hall, and we will continue to work together. I extend my invitation to all of you to work with me and to work with the folks who are here in city government and assure the residents that the growth that we cultivate together is also the impetus for our prosperity. I look forward to moving together and moving forward with all of you in promoting a city where imagination becomes reality, a city transformed by creative thinking and bold ideas. It is truly Revere's time, and I look forward to working with all of you. Thank you so much. I think we're going to do, this is my favorite part, I think we're going to do some Q&A, right? So any questions, any comments? Love to hear them. Anything?
What kind of businesses have been interested? Have you had any idea on Ocean Ave? And
So the question was what kind of businesses are interested?
been making inquiries about,
So, so we know, and I'll say this because Damien's here, on Ocean Ave, one of the restaurants that has signed a letter of intent and is leased is the restaurateurs from the Real House, sorry, the Real House in East Boston. So they're going to be opening up a restaurant on Ocean Ave in that building that's being constructed currently at the Plaza deck. We know that Starbucks will be on the other side. There'll be another restaurant involved there. The other thing that is important, and I think what we look at when we look at Suffolk Downs, that's really going to be a place where we're hopeful that we can attract some quality, either biotech or advanced manufacturing or research and design and office tenants. The other piece of it is NECO, and so the NECO factory was rezoned to allow for biotech and advanced manufacturing to happen there too. So, John.
Mayor, one of the things that when I was president of the chamber many moons ago, we used to conduct the town meeting, and I certainly was talking over with Karen. And one of the things we used to do is that we get all the department heads, open the council chamber, there, and that way residents could come up and basically, okay, if I have a question about assessing, come to me, got a clerk. And it was kind of a nice way to cut through some of the red tape. I know one of the things you've been harping on during your 4 years is accessibility, be able to cut through all that. Would you be open to something that, again?
Absolutely, that's a great idea, and I think that's something that we did this in the community a little bit, but we can certainly do it for the business community. I think that makes sense to have either open forums or town hall style meetings where we have folks from, all of our department heads available. Absolutely, yeah, that's a great idea.
is it true that I overheard that there's 2 hotels?
So there's one hotel at the car wash, correct? That's the one that's under construction right now.
You know, what brand or what?
What's the brand?
Wyndham is one of them, and the other hasn't been selected.
Wyndham.
Wyndham,
On American Legion Highway.
oh, American Legion Highway, the one is under construction now, demolition, and it's Ovid, OVID.
OVID, or Ovid. And it's a newer, I know it's a newer brand. Any other questions? Thank you, everyone. If you ever have any questions or you ever want to, come in and talk about the future of the city and the things that are happening, please don't hesitate to reach out to me in my office. Thank you.
I want to call up Steve Snyder, who is one of the vice presidents of East Boston Neighborhood Health Center. This is the second year in a row that East Boston Neighborhood Health Center has so generously offered to sponsor this event. They have so many exciting things happening. I can say I have been a patient of East Boston Neighborhood Health Center since I was 14 years old. I'm not going to tell you how many that really is, but we're talking decades, from the time at pediatrician all the way up. And I love the care that I receive there, and I love the care that they give to the neighborhoods and the places that they extend into. And with their new PACE Center in Revere, a gorgeous facility, it just brings so much more to the folks that we're working with who are elderly in Revere. And so I'd like to have Steve come up and thank him so much for being our sponsor again today.
Thanks, Wendy. Keep paying those co-payments, by the way. So just really a quick word. I really appreciate the opportunity to sponsor today's event, and we'll continue to show that support. We really are very vested in continuing to support the city of Revere. Just over a third of the town come to us for their care now, for primary care. Wendy mentioned our PACE facility, which if you're not familiar with, if you're struggling caring for an older adult or parent, it's an unbelievable program that helps people age in place, be independent, socialize, and be healthy. So we did open a new facility, Garofalo Street. It's beautiful. If you want a chance to see it, the flyers they left here, there's a networking night there, and we'll be giving tours of that facility there too. We've got close to about 150 residents from Revere currently in the PACE program, and over the last few years, we've had hundreds of people in the PACE program. So. We're going to continue to grow at the health center and continue to expand, and we're certainly looking to try to support as much of the city of Revere as we can. So we look forward to working with the mayor on more of that growth and see the success of the town and sharing that. So thank you so much, and I'm sure we'll be back soon at another breakfast. So thank you.
Now it's our Q&A. So we wanted to know, with all of our board members that are here, could you please stand so we can thank you for all of the work you do? Patty Pace, Brian Davis, Kim Corliss, John Bonaparte, Steve Williams, Maria Brito, and Melinda Cashman. Am I missing anyone else who's here? I don't know. I think that person should be a board member. Thank you all very much for all the hard work that you do. They volunteered. These are non-paid positions. So Karen,
Oh, boy.
you're supposed to get people to ask questions about the chamber.
Who's going to answer them? I'm going to answer them? Does that... You want to go? Okay. All right, so basically what we ask you to do is just come to a couple of our events, get to know us a little bit better, let us get to know you a little bit better, and then there is a vetting process. We do go through a nomination. You have to be nominated by somebody on the board. We do a little background history on and make sure that you're a good fit and you're going to be able to help us develop into the chamber that we want to, and then we just vote on it, and it's pretty simple, actually. I don't believe we've ever turned anybody down for a board position. Your turn.
Ed, do you have a question? Could you? No. No one else has a chamber question. Steve?
What strategies do you have right now to get more businesses invested, and how can we help them?
How can you help us? I love when someone says that, don't you?
I do.
So the first biggest thing is, when you see that we're having an event, invite your friends. They're really not that boring of events. We usually are some pretty fun people. And the other thing is, if you have an idea yourself, share it with us. I am really approachable. I don't know if you've noticed. I know I have that face that says, don't talk to me. So does Karen.
She's very quiet and shy.
So I would think that if you had a suggestion or an idea, bring that forward. The other thing is, as you know, a business opens or someone has an idea to get a business open, we are a great stop. We're a good place to go. Not only can we help from the beginning with the carpenters and those kind of folks that we know. If there's somebody at City Hall, we're more than happy. If you're our member, I'm your advocate. She's your advocate. All those folks who stood up, we're your advocate. So we can help in those things. So I think it's extending that out and sharing that. We are working on developing our own new website as well. That's going to have an interactive portal for each member. So when you guys opened your new facility a few months ago, you could have logged in and said, we are opening our new facility, and that would pop up throughout the social media. So we're working on moving ourselves forward as well.
Stepping in the 21st century.
21st century, as Karen just said. Any other questions? No? If not, then thank you all very much for coming. And Victor and staff, breakfast was amazing. Thank you very much. And the coffee was really good too. Thank you all for coming.